Desi Martinez Promotions presents the San Antonio Summer Showdown. Brought to you by Martinez and Associates Personal Law Firm. With us, it's personal. Live from the beautiful Boeing Center at Tech Port in San Antonio, Texas. Get ready for an electrifying night of world-class boxing. This is a Desi Martinez promotion.
Let's now send it to our ring announcer, Christian Schmidt, who will introduce both fighters walking into the ring.
Middleweight division. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, peleando desde la esquina
south of the
azul,
border in
camino al
Mexico,
ring, Jose
6-4 his record, 2 knockouts, and looking to knock off Eddie the Hunter Ortiz is Jose, a young man who not only in terms of fighting credentials looks to fight, but you think about that great history of Mexican fighters and always brawlers is what you see when you see them fight.
And by the way, I'd like to say hello to my family in San Luis Potosí, who might be watching right now.
Yeah, is that where the Mendez clan
That's
originated?
actually the mom side of the family, so grandma and everyone else on the mom side from the great San Luis Potosí.
Charles looking to represent that region very well tonight. His first appearance here at Boeing Tech Port. Christian Schmidt about to introduce Eddie the Hunter Ortiz. You look at these two, Ortiz, the 14-2 record. Charles, you look at the height for Ortiz, 6'2". Both of them what would be considered an orthodox stance, as now the Hunter makes his way into the ring. Young man who was born in 1991, a Southwest High School alum from right here in San Antonio. So Eddie, not far from where he went to high school. Active in sports, also facing several personal challenges in the past. He's talked about this before. Some drug use in the past, unstable family dynamics, but at the age of 18, seeking a positive outlet, he walked into the famed Zarzamora Street Gym right here in San Antonio, where he met the one and only Tony Ayala Sr. Ayala, seeing the potential in Ortiz, nicknamed him the Hunter because of his lanky frame and focused fighting style, reminiscent of drawing a bow, if you will. The Hunter, and under Ayala's mentorship, Ortiz transforming his life. Christian Schmidt now with the call to get us ready for the bout.
The following contest is scheduled for 6 rounds set to take place in the super middleweight division. Your third man in the ring, referee Mr. Matthew Reina. Presentando primero, peleando de la esquina azul, esta noche vestido con el negro y el gris. 160-70 libras en total. Él tiene un récord profesional de 21 victorias, 6 derrotas y un empate. 12 de sus victorias por knockout. Desde Matamoros, Tamaulipas, México, Jose el Matador Charles. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, he steps in to the ring wearing the glittering black and gray trunks. He weighed in at 169 pounds. His professional boxing record, very impressive. 14 victories, 2 defeats, and 2 draws. 5 of those victories coming by way of knockout from San Antonio, Texas. Eddie the Hunter Ortiz.
This bout, super middleweight, 6 rounds. Matthew Reyna, our official, conferring now, going over the rules with both Ortiz and Sanchez Charles. Again, coming in 21-6-1, and though he is from Mexico, fighting now out of San Antonio in a matchup of 2 guys who are from the Alamo City in terms of where they're boxing. There's the opening bell, both at the center of the ring, both wearing the black trunks, both with grayish trim, although Ortiz, his trim there shinier at the top of those boxing trunks. Both very careful, feeling each other out, very common as we get started right here with the main card of the San Antonio Summer Showdown.
You know, Hector, Ortiz was scheduled to be on that very first DMP Promotions fight last year or the year and a half ago, but something came up and was not able to commit to that.
Ortiz stumbling a little bit backward, but I think that was just a footwork problem. It didn't appear to get hit clean with anything. Ortiz, we mentioned as he came into the ring, lanky, and that's what Tony Ayala noticed about him. He sure is. Those long arms, that long frame. And Reyna coming in to separate both. Both now at close range. Body shot for Charles. Left hand for Ortiz. Little combination now for Charles. This fight right now in the trenches.
Yeah, Charles able to complete and land a good combination, as you just mentioned a few moments ago, Hector.
Ortiz with that left jab. And again, clinching and some holding. And here comes Reyna again. 3 rounds, 3 minutes. 3 minutes for each of the 6 rounds. A good shot there. Ortiz looks to come inside, missed with the uppercut. Would have been fantastic had it landed with that left hand. Charles against the ropes, now coming off of him center ring.
Yeah, you got 2, that's 3 good shots to the chin.
Combination for Ortiz, and then he backs up. Charles aggressive since he was backed up against the ropes here near us. And Charles so far the fighter who's been moving forward, the Ortiz, able to stop him in his tracks a couple of times with a couple of decent shots. Right hand for Charles, left hand for Ortiz.
Ortiz really concentrating above the shoulders there to Charles's head.
You can see Eddie there, kind of looking like he's biding his time. Some patience. Charles going to the body again at close range. Try to get the uppercut through. Ortiz with that defense, unallowing Charles to really get any clean shots in. Little low, no call though. Certainly not intentional on Ortiz's part. And again, some holding, and now Reyna having to step in again. There's the warning for the final 10 seconds. Ortiz with a good shot with the left hand. Big swing and a miss for Charles, and there's the bell to end round number 1.
Oh boy, what a great start there for Edward Ortiz as he landed a few punches to the face on Jose Charles.
Fight scheduled for 6 rounds. Round number 1 in the books. First of 4 bouts here to conclude the main card of the San Antonio Summer Showdown. And so far, Bobby, when you look at that way that round turned out, I know you're not Larry Merchant. I know you're not, a guy who's trained several world champion fighters. But how did you see that fight that round, I should say, turning out?
Yeah, so in comparison to the first few fights that we saw before, those went fast, right? Those fighters got together real quickly and started with punches. A little bit more strategic here by these 2 fighters, as they were a little bit more calculated in their combinations and their punches. And Ortiz, in my opinion, may have won that one.
So we'll see what Ortiz has cooking in round number 2. Bobby Larry Merchant Mendez giving him the edge in round number 1. Like they did in that opening rounds, both cautious to start round number 2.
Again, continuing to focus on the head.
Charles, the 12 knockouts coming in, 21 of his victories coming courtesy of the KO. Of course, he's got the 6 losses and the 1 draw. For Ortiz, lanky, but 5 KOs making up his 14 wins. 2 draws to go with the 2 losses. Overhand right misses for Ortiz. There's the jab, a good stiff right for Ortiz. Ooh. Another good combination. The first solid punches of the night, they appear to be. Big swing and miss for Charles. Ortiz countering, and now Charles comes back, connected with a right hand.
Good separation right there by Ortiz as he connected on those jabs to the face.
Well, easily the biggest flurry of action we've seen so far came in round number 2 at about the 2-minute mark. We go under 145 now. Reina having to separate them again. Charles, couple of shots. Ortiz and Charles again up close. And you can see over Charles's right eye, under his right eye, some swelling beginning to occur. Yeah. Taking some swings. There's Ortiz with the left hand.
Yeah, you mentioned that swelling there. I noticed it a little bit in the first round, and it looks to be getting a little bit more intense.
It's right under that right eye. Big uppercut by Ortiz doesn't quite connect. It looked like it might have landed, but not at the velocity that he wanted it to. Fans getting restless here, hearing some calls for stop hugging, stop holding, stop the clinching.
They want some action.
Everyone always does, right?
But again, you know.
Ortiz with the left hand. Charles counters Ortiz again. Ortiz trying to keep Charles off. There's a right hand. And Charles, as if to say, hey, look, didn't mean anything by it. Raised that left hand, looking to nod it. There we go. There's the glove tap. Both fighters, good sportsmanship, letting each other know, hey, nothing meant by that. What happens in a fight.
The fans asked for a little bit more action. They got it. These 2 fighters, plenty of stamina here.
Ortiz pulling back on that right hand. Now there's that stiff jab again. You look in that left-handed style, now waiting. Comes with that left cross. And there's the bell for round number 2.
Another great round, both by these fighters. I thought Jose Charles did a better job of being a little bit more aggressive in this second round, but man, that Edward Ortiz jab to the face may take its toll in this fight.
Well, you can see with the welling underneath Jose Sanchez Charles' eye that it is taking its toll. And remember, the knockout is sexy, right? The things that make fighters go backwards are the sexy elements.
Right.
That's what gets us to watch. But there's something to be said about the tactical part of this game, and oftentimes it's the 1-2 combinations. It's countering and being able to hit someone when they open up that really, at the end of the day, does most of the damage.
Yeah, and setting them up for something bigger later on in the fight as well. But both these 2, especially in this past round, they landed some great combinations.
You give that round to Ortiz as well?
I will. A slight round towards the end.
Bobby Larry Merchant Mendez has it 2-0 in favor of Ortiz. Although it wasn't Merchant, it was Howard Letterman,
yeah.
right? Letterman always had the scorecard.
Howard Letterman.
Maybe we'll give you the Letterman nickname.
Yeah, I'll start yelling in a moment.
Ortiz again. Now he's going forward. Earlier in the fight, it was Sanchez who was moving forward. Now it's Jose against the ropes. Eddie looking to counter. Both siders, for the most part, cautious, but also looking for their opportunities. You see Ortiz with that left-handed stance, really doing a good number with that right-handed jab. Charles able to block that jab. Counter for Ortiz with the right hands. Charles with a swing. Grazes the chin of Ortiz.
Yeah, Jose Charles Sanchez definitely not intimidated. He's trying to get right up close to Ortiz, landing a few hooks.
That's the thing about fighters from Mexico. Very rarely will they be intimidated. There's a reason most of them brawl. You don't see very much tactician like boxing when you have the fighters who come up from south of the border. Left hand for Ortiz. A lot of them come up and they're looking to throw hands. Don't always connect, like Sanchez didn't on that previous right, but very much looking to create the action.
Ortiz dodged the big one there and came back with a nice shot to the gut for Sanchez. Jose Charles being the aggressor here in the last few seconds. Another big shot to the body.
Ortiz again trying to make his way in. Sanchez. So far, I would say, Bobby, this may be his best round in terms of at least defensively. Although Ortiz with a good shot to the body, and now Ortiz may have something. I may have just jinxed Charles. A big right hand, and now a left by Ortiz. Charles not going away, though, right in the middle. He's throwing punches to counter.
Sanchez flipped Ortiz around against the ropes. Got out from back of the ropes.
Left jab there for, I should say right jab for Ortiz. In case you've joined us midway through this fight, Ortiz is the taller, lankier of the two fighters. I say that because they're both wearing dark trunks with the grayish, silverish trim. I guess Ortiz would have the silverish trim. It's brighter. Combination, excuse me, there for Ortiz. Low blow. Official didn't see it. He was against the other side of the ropes. Yeah. No call. And there's the bell.
Again, Edward Ortiz just towards the end of this round, picking it up a notch and landing big combinations. I think he did a great job against the ropes over here to our right side in the middle of that round. But a lot of strength by Jose Charles Sanchez to withstand those big blows by Ortiz.
So we're halfway through this fight. How do you see it?
Boy, these two fighters, after the first round of them just kind of dancing around, looking at it, trying to figure each other out. The second round got a little bit more aggressive, and I think we're about to see some more big blows here in the upcoming rounds.
I think you hit it on the head a little while ago when you said they're trying to set something up for the future. You can see Ortiz coming on. You can almost see it coming. So let's see what round 4 gives us. Charles set to come out of that corner quickly. There's the bell for round number 4, scheduled 6, in what is a super middleweight matchup between Edward Ortiz and Jose Sanchez Charles. Ortiz again fighting out of the red corner. You see his back right now. Charles facing the camera angle. Big left hand to the face of Sanchez Charles. Ortiz staying and keeping him in that corner. Sanchez saying, come at me. Has those two hands not only in defense, but also as if to say, is that all you got? But in saying that, I don't think he meant it as in that didn't hurt me. I think he's trying to see if maybe he can back up Ortiz, which he does, and gets out of that corner, if only momentarily, but he does. Charles, whose head goes backward with that punch from Ortiz.
Well, he doesn't seem to be losing any kind of power. He's taking a bunch of punches, I say, for Sanchez. And there's another big one right there that he took.
Combination for Ortiz, ended with the left hand. A 1-2.
You could see, excuse me, Hector, you can see the strength of Ortiz, who just kind of places Sanchez wherever he kind of wants in the ring.
I'm keeping my eye on Charles' face here. I'm seeing if there's now swelling maybe occurring around the left eye. The right eye started swelling in the first round. It became noticeable in round 2. Has his back to me right now. Misses with the left, does Sanchez Charles. Again, fighters up close. Matthew Reyna, tonight's official, or the official at least for this bout. Right hand, a jab for Ortiz. See, when Charles kind of tries to bring Ortiz in close, Ortiz saying, all right, that's the case. Right hand for Charles didn't seem to have much effect, though. When Ortiz, and it seems like Ortiz is saying, when you come in close, okay, I'm either going to try to move you toward the ropes or I'm going to try to take advantage with a close-up shot.
Yeah, and Ortiz has taken some shots, but I feel like his shots on Sanchez have been more effective. Yeah, you can see as the fighters get closer to us.
Ortiz left-handed uppercut. Now with the right hand. There's the 10 seconds left in this round number 4. Ortiz with a good combination, and Sanchez Charles able to land a punch right as the bell sounds. Round 4.
Again, Edward
in the books.
Ortiz just finishing strong. I feel like, oh look, I think they're going to call the fight. He's had enough.
They are calling the fight. Jose Sanchez Charles' corner saying we've seen enough. Edward Ortiz, the victor.
Yeah.
Ortiz improving to 15-2-2 with a 6th knockout. It's officially a technical knockout, but Edward Ortiz improving that record, getting the, you'd say it went 4 rounds. So essentially 4 full rounds, and then the TKO called. Our ring announcer, I should say, Christian Schmidt, will have the official call here momentarily.
Yeah, you got to credit a lot of that for Edward Ortiz's precision jabs to the face, and I think that was just too much to handle there for Jose Charles Sanchez, and Edward Ortiz just did a fantastic job of connecting some body shots as well as some big shots to the face, mostly the chin and under the eye.
So following the official recognition of Isaac Bermea as the winner, our Isabella Radovan will talk with Eddie Ortiz, get his reaction to yet another victory. 15-2-2 is what he goes to in a fight that you look at, of the 4 fights we've had now, another fight that ends in TKO. The first one of the night, a heavyweight battle between Oliver Guerrero and Jerome Aiken. That one went the distance. That one, I should say, didn't go the distance. It was called in a TKO. You talked about earlier how you thought it was prematurely. This one, not called by the official, Matthew Reina, who coincidentally had that matchup as well. And so because of that, the winner of this fight going to be announced here shortly by our ring announcer, Christian Schmidt, who will announce Eddie the Hunter Ortiz as the victor of the first of our 4 main card bouts.
Yeah, as you look at the size difference between the two, Ortiz maybe a few inches taller than his opponent, but let's get it to the ring announcer.
Here's Christian Schmidt.
The official decision due to the blue corner refusing to answer the bell for the 6th and final round. Referee Matthew Reina halted the contest at the 10-second mark of round number 6, declaring the winner from San Antonio, Texas, Eddie Jeremy the Hunter Ortiz.
And now our Isabella Radovan will speak with Eddie Ortiz.
Now I'm going to be handing the microphone over to Isabella Radovan for the post-fight interview.
Congratulations on the fight. How special is this win in your hometown in front of all of your friends and family?
Not as special as us being blessed by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So for me, that's always first. Man, look, this is beautiful. All these people out here, man, like all of y'all keep boxing going. Us as fighters, we're nothing special, man. We just have a little more balls than everybody else, and that's about it.
How were you able to get this win tonight?
Just through game planning. I thank my coaches, Artemis and Marcos, and my dad for always being in my corner all my years. And my gym, Alamo Ranch Boxing Club, Boxers and Brawlers, all of the gyms around the city, even my opponent's gym. Jato's a great trainer. I've known that dude for a long time, so I appreciate everybody in here. I love it.
We know that physical preparation is key, but what was the mental preparation like for you leading up to tonight?
Mental's always more than the physical. I tell that to everybody. And more than the mental is the spiritual. So I feel like if you could tap into that, you're good to go. Dude was tough. He was strong, just kept throwing shots. I was catching him. I mean, no offense to him, he's a great opponent, but you see his face and it tells the story of what happened.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight.
Showdown brought to you by Desi Martinez Promotions.